Yo, it's Marco from Digital Dash. Real quick, I want to do some quick analysis for ES real quick. We had some interesting price action today. We had some volume today, so that's always good to see in the market. Overall, we've been moving down. This is the 4-hour time frame. Overall, we've been moving down on a daily. The daily we had a couple down days now on the daily. There was a nice area of demand here, so I am watching that to see if we're going to continue to move higher or if we're going to break down here. On the 4-hour, same thing. Just looking at the trend. The trend changed back here when we took out these lows. So a couple days ago, or Friday, last week, we broke back below these lows, changed the trend. It could be possibly a downtrend starting. So that's what we're looking to see. We're getting a bounce here. Is it a reversal happening? Because the overall picture, we're still in an uptrend, but on the 4-hour, is where the trend started to change. So trend still looking strong on the daily. So I mean, we're getting to these levels where it could either be a reversal starting or it was just a little brief pullback and the rally continues. So that's what we're really looking for right now. Today, what I saw today, that made me think, really want to pay attention to tomorrow's price action and what we do for the rest of the week, or these levels we're coming into now. These highs, we ran into these highs here and we didn't close below them. So today we did have a lot of bullish price action. We took out some previous supply zones and we held above those zones for now, and we didn't run the highs. So that's really signs that the bearish trend is still intact, right? If we would have broke back above these highs, then it will really start to look more bullish. But we're still, respecting if that's a trend line that's forming there. Then you see these areas of resistance are still being respected. Buyers aren't letting it get above. So I really want to see tomorrow this zone. There was a nice buying through the zone. I want to see if this zone gets respected. I also want to watch this support down here. If we break down and lose both of these areas, then more than likely it's just a downtrend continuing. And who knows how much space we have down, right? Even waiting for a close back below this support, we will still have 28 points targeting these lows to get running if the trend continues, targeting the next support, which is 36 points. So there's definitely a lot of space to make money, especially if you're scalping. Even if it's an intraday play, you could probably catch 10, 20 points out of the move. So it's nothing to really jump onto now, right? For people who want to speculate and go short, right here, like where we are now, would be an area to start to short. But I'm really not interested in speculating. I don't want to go short until we are back below this zone and until we are back below 4402. I'm not interested in shorting. On the flip side, I'm not interested in going long. Today I did go long at this zone where we held up in the zone. We didn't get the push. Like I said, we didn't run these highs and break this resistance. I was only targeting the resistance, but we didn't even get there. So it's looking kind of bullish here. We definitely have this zone above here. But if we stay above, if we hold these areas where I'm not really looking to short without seeing the trend start to change at least, right, and go back down to a bearish trend on the 1 hour and lower time frame. What I'm really watching is this 44.69 up here. Now this would be a huge swing, but this definitely could play out either throughout the rest of this week or next week. We definitely could pull up to this 44.69. This is a major support and resistance level on the higher time frames. That's why I have it changed to this orange color right here, and we definitely could see that, right? So a lot of people are just continuing to short the trend. If there's sellers that are trapped down here and people tried to sell here and we come into the zone and people try to sell here and they get squeezed out, then it's very likely we could see a move back up to this 44.69. So that's something we got to watch out for and just really wait for confirmation and not try to rush anything, be the first seller trying to short as a bullish trend continues. Keep in mind, in the overall picture, we're still in a bullish trend. So, there's really no need to rush and try to chase a short without signs that we're getting continuation to the downside. That's really what we want to see, is continuation to the downside. Now, there's been a couple days of selling, right? People are very interested. A lot of people retail traders are probably very interested in shorting. They're like, oh, we gapped up. There's gaps below. There is potential that this could continue to go down, but there's no reason in jumping in now and speculating that it's time to short. So that's really what I want to see to continue before we go short, right? I want to see these levels fail. I want this to just be a pullback, into a resistance like this or into something where the move can continue lower. And when we start seeing that, then I mean, below these levels, we still can capitalize, either targeting lows, or just waiting for new lows to get created and just riding the trend down. So that's what I want to see for the bullish side, though. Yeah, I definitely want to wait until we're above this resistance here, this 44.28, and above this 44.35. If we get above those, then I'll see we could definitely probably get some moves higher, and maybe even target that 44.69 if sellers never really step up. But there's a lot of resistance above. There was a lot of chop here. There was a lot of trading that took place at these levels. I mean, it looks like low volume movements, but a lot of participants in the market, a lot of buying and selling. So we really want to see how price reacts when we get above that 44.35. As far as going long, that's probably what I'm going to be interested in. I want to see how a lot of this area holds up as we get above price, right? There's going to be some support that was created here. There's going to be some this support, right? This major level here that was left. So this is resistance. It'll turn support if we get above it. And then we got this supply zone here, which could act as demand or support when we get above it. So that's really what I want to wait and see. But yeah, no need to rush it today. That was just one trade I took today. We had a good entry. I mean, targeting these lows and the support. We didn't want to see price come back below here too much. But the target just wasn't that. And that's we can't really have these crazy targets when you're going against the trend, right? On the lower time frame, it was bullish for the day, but the trend, inside of that was bearish, right? So you can't really shoot for those crazy targets when you're counter trend trading. But if I would have been at my computer just to manage this trade or whatever, and we were scalping and we were in with some size, which I wasn't, because we were going against the overall trend, we could have caught, some decent points out there, even 10 points. We haven't really been targeting 10-point moves for the last month, 2 months worth of trading. I've really just been seeing what it's like to put on size and how I can manage size going for a couple points. So that's really the difference I've been seeing. Like, we haven't been targeting 10-point moves. We haven't been targeting 20-point moves. When I was playing with very small size, I was targeting like 20-point moves, really trying to let trades run. So we have been a little better with these, catching 4 points, catching 6 points on a couple trades, right? And when we are wrong on that trade, we've been managing our risk to the point where it is, maybe a 2-point loss, 6-point loss at most. When my other losses in the past were 10 points trying to catch 20, which is still decent. Because if we're losing 10 points on size is not ideal. But losing 10 points on the small size was very manageable. So I just gotta stay within my risk, stay within my parameters on that. But yeah, if we would have seen something like this or even been at the desk, odds are we probably would have took our 6 points, or if it ran 10 points, if it got lucky. But maybe right here when price started chopping, I don't know, we started seeing a pullback. We would have ended up with 5 or 6 points if I would have sold out after seeing that. But realistic, and that's just being honest, right? This was a set and forget trade, so I set my targets and kind of walked away. I feel like it would have worked out if we weren't going against the trend. You definitely could set it and forget it to really get what you deserve out of the move, right? If this was a move to the downside, more than likely target could have hit easily. But if sellers are taking over, they could step in at any second. You never know if you're gonna make it a target or not. So that's how we went today. So I was looking for too much. Wasn't looking for too much, but it turns out I was looking for too much on that 15-point target. And yeah, the fact that we didn't hit target today kind of makes me lean on a bearish thesis for tomorrow, as far as us failing to even run previous highs, right? That's just obvious signs for a continuation of the downtrend. So definitely want to see how this holds up tomorrow. If we get a retest of this zone, if this zone breaks down, if we get a retest of the support and it breaks down, then I'm gonna be looking to target these lows and see if we get a continuation to the downside going into next week. So that's what I'm looking at, man. If y'all found any use in that, make sure y'all leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are looking at, what y'all watching this week, and what you guys are seeing on the chart. And hit the link in the description to join Digital Dash, and make sure you guys leave a like. I'll catch y'all in the next one.